Time in spoken English. How present, past, and future really work. One of the biggest misunderstandings in English learning is the idea of tense. Most learners believe tenses are complex grammar rules that must be chosen carefully before speaking. In real spoken English, time works very differently. Spoken English does not treat time as a grammatical system. It treats time as direction. Key concept: time is meaning, not rules. In textbooks, tenses are often presented as charts, formulas, or long explanations. In spoken English, time answers only one question: when does this happen? That is all. If the listener understands when, communication is successful. The 3 time directions. Spoken English is built on 3 basic time directions: present, now, generally, always; past, finished, before now; future, planned, expected, decided. These directions are more important than grammatical names. Present, the base of spoken English. The present is the most frequently used time in speech. It is used for routines, facts, general situations, and current states. Examples: I work here. I live in Seattle. I need help. I like this place. Notice something important. These sentences do not describe this second. They describe stable reality. That is why the present tense dominates spoken English. Spoken English uses the present broadly. In textbooks, the present tense is often limited. In speech, it is flexible. Examples: I work tomorrow. I leave at 6. Grammatically, this is present. Functionally, it is future. Spoken English prioritizes clarity, not labels. Past, completion, not complexity. The past in spoken English has one main function: to show that something is finished. Spoken English does not analyze types of past events. It simply marks completion. For example, I worked yesterday. I finished the report. I called him. The listener understands it is over, it is not happening now. That is enough. Why spoken English simplifies the past. In textbooks, often introduce multiple past forms and distinctions between similar tenses. In daily speech, speakers prefer the simplest form that works. For example, instead of complex explanations, speakers say, I already did it. I talked to her. The focus is not on grammatical precision. The focus is on information delivery. Future, intention, and expectation. Spoken English expresses the future mainly through intention. The 2 dominant forms are will and going to. Their function is not grammatical elegance. Their function is decision clarity. For example, I'll call you later. I'm going to meet him tomorrow. The listener understands it hasn't happened yet. It is expected. That is enough. Spoken English avoids overplanning. Learners often stop speaking because they are unsure which future form to choose. Native speakers do not stop. They choose the nearest, simplest option. Spoken English values movement forward. 1 structure, 3 directions. A critical insight for learners is this: the sentence structure stays the same, only the time direction changes. Example base structure: I work. Time variations: I work, I worked, I will work. The meaning changes. The structure remains stable. This stability is what makes speech fast. Why this matters for memory. When learners treat tenses as separate rules, memory overload occurs. When learners treat time as direction, patterns are reused, memory load decreases, and speaking becomes predictable. This is why spoken English feels easier than written English. Spoken English chooses meaning over accuracy. In real conversation, slight tense errors are tolerated. Hesitation is not. Listeners prefer clear meaning and continuous speech. Spoken English optimizes for understanding, not perfection. Structural insight of Part 3. Time and spoken English is not a grammatical obstacle. It is a navigation tool. If you understand now, before, and after, you understand the time system of spoken English. In the next video, we'll talk about why simple English is the most effective way to communicate.